Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to play a game I found on itch.io called the Nutcracker Take. Or a Nutcracker Tale. And Nutcracker Tale. A Nutcracker Tale? Let's begin. Once upon a time, there was a noble king who ruled over the Christmas Wonderland Kingdom. So it's based, I'm pretty sure it's based off the Nutcracker, but I found it on itch.io, so. And it's Christmas time, so that'd be a good idea to play it. He had a son who was known by the inhabitants of the land to be the kind prince to all. One day, the king needed to travel away to a neighboring kingdom for some time, so he entrusted the land to his son. And the son ended up being a tyrant. Is that how it goes? The king promised to return Christmas morning so that the Christmas star would be beheld for all to see as part of the tradition of the land's war. And so the king left, and his son was given the authority to rule over the land until his father's return. As he was given charge of responsibilities, he also had trusted advisors and workers to attend to the needs around the kingdom. 2 weeks passed, and the word finally came in the form of a letter from his father. Greetings, dear son. I send good news of peace to come between ours and the Sugar Hills through alliance. I long to be with you all and plan to arrive as promised on the morn of Christmas. Good tidings, King of Christmas Wonderland Kingdom. In the rival letters, the prince was informed of an envelope also addressed to him, but without a noted sender. I wonder who this could be from. Opening it carefully, the inside revealed a well-decorated, elaborate card. However, once opened, it read the details. It's blank. A swirling dark purple mist formed and cleared in the form of a cloaked elderly woman. Stand back, sire, for we do not know if this person intends to do good or harm. Is that how you tend to greet the future ruler of this kingdom? Pardon? Who might you be? The figure laughs to herself, then gestures to the prince to come closer. Please be wise, sire. It may be a trap. Thank you. I'll do well to be wise. The prince cautiously steps towards the woman, but still keeps a distance. You ask a fair question. Who am I? Prince Orin. Why, I've come to give you a test. A test? What kind? Oh, dear prince, one that proves whether you are fit to one day rule this kingdom. The air suddenly drops in temperature as she increases her steps and sharply turns towards Prince Orin. Your Highness. Before the visor could make more than a step, he became frozen in place as the statue only left with a shaking gaze. Release him, you witch! The prince draws his sword as he starts to cackle. Ah, you must have heard me. The deep cloak unravels around her, transferring her presentation into a beautiful woman with wicked gaze. If you indeed are kind, beloved prince of this land, let's make a deal. Are you a demon? A deal with you? You must be nuts. Oh, now, that's an idea. I will release your dear loyal subjects here if you agree. The prince pauses before lowering his sword back into its sheath. What are the conditions? Like I said, a test, a quest. She waves her hand before him, and a glass star materializes from seemingly out of nowhere. Your test will be a quest of both heart and soul, but not alone. A companion of like no other shall be your aid, or possible an adversary. And if I fail, what because of my advisor? My stake is not for your advisor, but with you. For Prince Orin will face the consequences in a nutty way, to be precise. You have 7 days to restore all 5 chambers of the star. And with the sharp of her fingers, the visor unfreezes, rushing towards the woman with only to scratch against her sleeve with a dagger. Irritated with a slight flash of anger in her eyes at the visor, then the prince she purses her expression collected once more, and just for the taste of what it will be like, she snaps her fingers again, and the world wanes and begins disappearing from the prince's view. Prince Orin! You! What happened? What's happening? Best of luck to you, dear prince. Come look for me in 7 days. Time, the sugar plum witch, if you happen to fulfill your quest. 这周 Brave. Chapter 1. So I think it's only one chapter, because it hasn't been finished yet. Thank you for coming to Dawson Meyer's maker shop. Please come again, and Merry Christmas. As one customer leaves, more enter, leaving you barely a second to breathe in between. Is there one of these blue? Is there one of these in blue, perchance? Could this be wrapped with a bow, or would it look better with a silver ribbon? Buy one fire truck man hat. Then go to the fire station and ask for one. Shh, honey, I'm sure they have more in the back. Could you please check for us? One order after another. Yes, we do have more blue. Sky blue or royal blue? A silver ribbon would look nice with that wrapping paper. Unfortunately, we're all out of fireman hats, but I could check for a squirting fire truck if you might like that instead. And you could also go to the fire station and get one. Guaranteed they have one. And it'll be free. Rushing into the back storage area, you take a few extra moments just to collect your thoughts, and a minute or two of silence. It was the stillness that everything hit. All at once. Your parents' vehicle ended up stuck in their travels to make it in time for Christmas, leaving your uncle as the only family member available to help them out. Of course, since classes end for the semester just a few days ago, it didn't make sense to travel back home and here shortly after for Christmas with your uncle. So you kindly volunteered to assist Uncle with his toy shop at the busiest time of the year. I really hope the holiday pay is better than what I would make back on campus as a barrister. I mean, probably you get tips with that, right? Oh, so I would rather work at the toy shop, than a barista. You find the requested toy item just in time for your younger customer as the store phone in the back begins to ring. Dulcimeyer's Maker Shop, where wonder and imagination are alive. How may I be of service? You slightly cringe to yourself, having to say the same line at least 9 times alone today. Hey, I have to do that too. It's called customer service. Digimon, it's good to hear your voice full of jolly cheer. Hello, Uncle Dulcimeyer. How are things going? Well, I have good news, bad news, and better news. Which would you prefer to hear first? I'll hear the bad news. Before getting the bad news out, maybe getting the bad news out of the way would do some good. For the bad news, it seems that starting tonight, for a next couple of days, the weather around North Mainland and the bordering territories will be getting hit pretty hard with a blizzard. Is that where we are? Travel delays and warnings are being broadcast for the area. You brace yourself for what the weather permitting changes may mean for Christmas. It looks like we'll end up driving on the eve to make it by Christmas morning, unfortunately. But you'll be alright holding ship for the next several days, right? You praise your uncle's endearment, though disappointed by the news. I will have nothing to worry about, and I remember when the candles and matches are in case there's outage from the storm. I know you'll be just fine. Which means news to hear next. Good news. It'll be nice to hear something good for once. For the good news, your parents' vehicle has been patched up and will be ready to hit the road in a couple of days. In a couple of days? What? Well, it's already patched up? Why is it a couple of days? Oh yeah, because of the storm. Why is it the good news starting to sound less good? Well, in a matter of perspective, I guess it could also be good in the sense of all that good work experience you get to earn firsthand at the shop on the way. Are you gonna put it in my resume? Right. More like, yeah, right. Which news to hear next? Better news. I'm interested in hearing what would be better news compared to everything else. I think you like this bit of news. In the back storage room, I left a little gift for you just in case we weren't able to make it back in time for exchanging presents. It would be wrapped in a box on the top shelf to the right with your name on it. Thank you, Uncle Drosselmeyer. I'll be sure to look for it after closing hours. Oh, I found it. I opened it up. Just joking. Which news to hear next? That's as much news as I can handle. Well, I'm sure it'll be a busy next few days over there, so I sent in for Miss Marie to help. So you can have a bit of a break and enjoy the season 2. I'll call again when we're heading on our way Christmas Eve. Until then, hugs and good night, Digimon. Hugs, Uncle Dulcimeyer, and good night. Chapter 2. The rest of the evening was much slower paced, which made tidying up the store go much quicker. Miss Marie even stopped by to check in, bring food for dinner, and pick up the spare keys to open tomorrow. Perhaps I'll get to sleep in for once. Placing away wrapping supplies in the storage reminded you of the present your uncle mentioned was placed in the shelf for you. on the shelf for you. Although, looking around, nothing matched his description was in sight. Only after looking around more do you realize the pile of boxed presents that may have fallen to the ground in the holiday story fury of things. Picking up the box, you hear something small, loosely rattling around on the inside. Oh, please don't be broken. In most cases, wait until Christmas to open the gift would be the proper act to do, but making sure the gift inside was still fine felt like a greater priority. Plus, you could do with an extra cheer for all the news you heard earlier. Open the package gently. You're greeted by the elegant design Nutcracker, who happened to be missing an arm from its socket. Thankfully, you picked up a thing or two about mending toys from being your uncle's niece. Carefully taking the Nutcracker doll to your bedroom, you take out a special glue stored away in the cabinet in case of a toy emergencies. There should be good as new in no time. Placing the gift on your nightstand, you curl up into bed a few minutes before the clock hands reach 10. I've never had a Nutcracker growing up. Technically, the only Nutcracker we have in the house was something I got my dad as a gag gift. Good night, my sweet Nutcracker. It was a patriotic, and it was a one with the American flag all over it. I thought it was funny, so I got it for him. Could this be the one who was spoken of? The clock's hand aligned vertically on the 12, while resounding chimes that bellow throughout the upper floor. I don't think that chimed the past nights I've been here. Disputed by the sound, you toss and turn for a bit before facing the side by your nightstand. That's odd. The Nutcracker doll was positioned differently than you recalled, having left it from patching him up. I know the story of the Nutcracker, but it's possessed. Now he was in the half-kneeling stance with one arm extended towards you. Can you hear me? Puzzled, you squint your eyes and rub them after mistakenly seeing the toy teeter with a voice you thought you heard. Yes, can you hear me? Listen, we have a little time left. We have to hurry. I must be dreaming now. That must be it. Well, I may as well have some fun in whatever is this dream. Take my hand. That should hopefully at least lift some part of the spell for me to become normal again. Whoa, I bet I ate too many ginger snaps before bed to be having a weird dream like this. Or I've been watching Princess and the Frog. And then that Nutcracker, you continue to play along as you thought until touching the doll's wooden hand was beginning to glow and transform. What is happening? Closing your eyes briefly from the bright light, then looking back to where your nightstand sits again, he disappeared. Not only him, but your whole bedroom itself. Oh, it worked! Oh, thank you. Turning to face the appreciative voice, you face a young man who looks like a live version of the Nutcracker doll you just saw in your bedroom. Wait, yeah. This must be a dream. I have to be dreaming. There's no way this is real. The guy looks towards you now with a concerned but understanding gaze, giving you a light pat on the shoulder. I'm sure this must be especially confusing for you since we are no longer in your world. My world? What other world is there? The digital world? Suddenly, the Matrix? I don't know. Suddenly looking around the dreamlike scenery, you notice tall candy cane sprouts fill the forest, space covered with frost that almost looks like snow, but at second glance it looks like powdered sugar. Even the scent of the breeze carries a foreign sweetness to it, uncommon to anything you ever experienced. Wait. Tap my shoulder again. He looks confused at you for a second, but then does as he's asked. You then pinch your own cheeks to further confirm your suspicion, widening your eyes. Oh, not in North Mainland anymore. Where on Earth are we? We're not on Kansas anymore, Toto. I have to rewatch it. I found out it's on Max, so I need to watch it. It would seem that we are in the Candy Cane Forest, which is on the outskirts of where I am from, Christmas Wonderland Kingdom. This is the prince. The Christmas Wonderland Kingdom. Never heard of it, which also brings up the question: who exactly are you? What did you forcibly take me from to this random place? You changed from a Nutcracker doll to a man. Who exactly are you? I'm gonna do that. I don't really know who you are. Oh, I apologize for not introducing myself earlier. It's been a whirlwind. He takes a gentlemanly bow. My name is Prince Orin of the Christmas Wonderland Kingdom. He politely tried to curtsy the best way you know how, and introduce yourself as well. Now that's clear. What exactly is going on? He explains to you the backstory of how he ended up in his current state and what he knows about the glass star he needs to complete his quest. This star needs to be magically filled soon. As to how exactly, she didn't make that part clear either. Doubly unfortunate situation. The only idea I have so far is to travel to the 5 main regions of the land. And so I'm here because I'm supposed to be a traveling companion of some sort. Well, like the Sun Wukong to your monk. Gotta get a stick. In a way, yes, which he pauses in hesitation, as though he's going to ask something but doesn't continue his words. Well, I'm not really sure how much help I can be, considering I know absolutely nothing about these lands, other than it's like a desert to utopia over here. I don't think I ever finished Nutcracker. I know it's a play. I know it was a book first, a German book. I guess we'll both see. Also, I have no other way of knowing how to get you back home without moving forward with this quest. I hadn't thought about it till he mentioned it. About how long do you have to figure this quest out? I figured 6 days are left. In the time in both of our worlds run the same. I have work to do, sir. So we'll have maybe 1 day per place to fill the star and bring it to Sugar Plum Witch by the last day. Short timeline, high stakes, and it's a strange land. What possibly could be worse? I would rather go to the digital world. We're gonna have a short digital world. Get a partner. Okay, any chance that there's a map of where to travel? I'll check to the side. I do like the artwork. He looks around for a moment, then points for the line of candy canes. We might just find what we're looking for up ahead. How do you know? Following his lead, you can see a collection of small cottages not far in the distance. Almost there. At the end of the route, you arrive to a small town center. The only place that appears to be open is an inn by the side of the main path. Shall we try to try for directions at the inn? Seems about a fair place to start. Stepping into the front door of the inn, you are gathered by warmth, not realizing the chillness from the forest walk the outside from the outside. Oh, welcome. You just arrived in the nick of time, with it being so late. I'm the keeper of this inn, known as an innkeeper, Reisner, but I prefer just to be called Granny Reisner. She adjusts her glasses slightly for a better look at you and Oren. I just forgot how you pronounce that. What did Oren. Then expectantly waits for the response. Friendly introduction. The prince opens his mouth to proceed to introduce himself, leaving out the little facilities, felonies, including me as well. I knew from the moment you walked through the door, Prince Oren, that you were the same child I met years ago with his majesty would frankly make visits in his rounds. Then it is an honor for me to be here once again, though without my father this time, and please call me Oren. Granny Reiser's cheeks flush with slightly more vibrant hue before she rushes over to her desk and retrieves 2 keys. Some rest will do you both good. We'll talk more in the morning over breakfast. She hands us each a key tagged before giving a hug, ushering us off to the rooms. Sweet dreams. Chapter 3. Thanks for playing the demo. So, Chapter 2 was in. So, if you like my content, please subscribe, like, help out, and comment down below. I'll see you guys next time. I hope this game gets finished because it kind of like having something based off the actual book or play in a visual novel form.